Hello everyone, welcome back to my lair. It's Jim Castor, KF4LYE, at the Ham Radio Lab. On this episode, we're going to be installing Debian Linux on this laptop. But before I do that, I need to remove the opposite drive, which is going to be the small M2 drive, and that way Linux won't see a second drive and want to put a bootloader on the Windows drive. So first thing we need to do, we need to remove the power again from the battery. We need to dissipate the residual charge, and now we can get started on uninstalling this. This screwdriver came with the CPU from my other computer when I built it. And this small screwdriver does fit the heat spreader, but it's not magnetized, so it won't pull that screw out. And here's the heat spreader. Here's the old drive. Come on out. There we go. And hook up the battery. Close her back up, and we're ready to install Debian. Okay, it took a little while to get it to reboot after Okay, it took a little bit to get it to reboot after I pulled that other drive. It didn't want to go into BIOS, I guess. Well, anyways, UEFI boot devices, I've got this Kingston. I'll go ahead and hit enter. And this is Debian 12, graphics install. Hit enter. Language English, United States, American English. Alright, it's trying to get into my network. And that's it, and I need to get my password. Okay, it's loading up again. For some reason it needs something like .com in there, and trying to put a password for the root account. Don't want to do that. If I do, from what I understand, it will not allow the account you create to use sudo for administrative uses. User account. And this wants a password. Let me pause this till I get the password in. Okay, now let me see. Central Time. And disks. Use the entire disk. And it's the WD Blue. The only thing else in there is the USB drive. All files in one partition. And continue. Have to click yes to go on. Now I'll pause this until something else comes up. Okay, next thing that comes up, it wants to make sure I'm in the United States, I guessed. Debian.org for the archive mirror. Leave this blank. And looks like we're off. Pause it till it comes up with something. Alright, this is asking if I want to help the developers. No, at this time. Now, this is the desktops that supplied with this. I'm going to select everything on here except for the server stuff, so I can figure out what I like once we get into the software. And we're off again. And by the way, it looks like selecting all of them, there's about like 2,827 files that this needs to download. From what I've heard, that changes with how many desktops that you decide to install. Alright, it's asking what the default display manager I want, and I'll just go with what they've got. And off again. Alright, it installed Grub bootloader, which if I would have had the Windows drive in, it would have been installed on that probably. And it's saying the installation is complete. Time to reboot and get rid of the flash drive. And it's in the bootloader. And does not see the video yet. Put in a password and let's see if it sees the, okay. I forget Debian, everything, it does not mirror the display or clone it, whatever you want to call it. I think clone's used in Windows. Previous English, yes. English. US. Turn off. Google accounts, nope, skip that, all done. Start using. Now, is this the settings? Yes. Displays, there it is. And mirror. Apply. Keep changes. That way, there we go. Now, if I can remember, that's right, it's all the way up here, isn't it? Turn it off and restart. Now come up here. Come on. There we go. This is where I changed it on me. It's down in the bottom corner. I'm going to go with plasma, and let me enter my password again. And since this is the first time I'm in Plasma, I go down here, settings. Where's the display? So under system settings. Display and monitor. Device. I don't see it. Alright, what I did is I went back in and changed the desktop manager, and I chose the SDDM instead of the one I selected previously. And then I noticed down here, to mirror the display, it is Unify outputs on Plasma Wayland, and to change it, it changed it up to the top instead of down here at the bottom where it was earlier. Let's say Cinnamon, and let me put in my password. And we're logged in. And yes, it says 2 different systems. You go down here to find my settings. Right here was display, and down here you'll see a mirror. When you apply, it changes to both displays. It takes a minute. And keep configuration. So it's a pain to go between the rest of the desktops on Linux to find out which place to mirror it. That's where it's most useful to me. As you can see, I've got the display on this for the screen to where everybody can see it instead of just me. And finally got this one running. So, if you don't mind, like, share, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell on your way out. And in the next video, well, hopefully we'll be installing Windows on that alternate drive.